Welcome, welcome, all my home shoppers out there. Today we are in Manor, Texas, in a community called Carillon, and the builder we're looking at is D.R. Horton. And we're about to fly over their amenity center where you have the pickleball courts, you have a little bit of cornhole, you have this amazing pool, and this little venue that you can rent if you're a resident here, along with a kid's playground. Now, D.R. Horton is great if you're a first-time homebuyer. These are the two models that they have, and the model that we're going to be looking at is called the Lakeway floor plan. Now, you can kind of see here. Let me rewind back just a second so you can kind of get a visual. So, these are all the model homes because there's 4 different builders here. You have D.R. Horton right here in front and center, and then behind D.R. Horton is Brightland Homes, and right across the street from that is Chesmar. And if you're still with me, those 3 additional homes towards the back there on the top left corner, that is Richmond American Homes. So it's 4 different builders building here in this community of Carillon. And I will link in the description because I did do a nice drone tour of all of this whole community of the amenities to include all the model homes for the builders from a drone's perspective, right? I will link that in the description so you can get a good idea of what this community is about, what the amenities look like, and just to get a general idea of what the whole lay of the land looks like. I think that's super important, especially with new construction, because you could see how much it's going to change with time. Now, here we are about to walk into the model. This is the Lakeway floor plan, and this is one of my favorite floor plans because of the way it's laid out. Now, this is 4 beds, 3 baths, and a home office. A little 2,042 square feet. 1 story. It's a 1 story, folks. Usually this kind of floor plan's on a 2 story, which I love. That's a 1 story. 2-car garage, and starting at $406,990. $406,990. Now, at the time of this recording, May 16th, 2024, they did have a price drop. I actually recently sold a home with this exact same floor plan in this community for under $400,000. It was for $389,990, if I'm not mistaken. So we are seeing some price drops in this community for their select inventory move-in ready homes. That was the big draw, is that it was move-in ready and you had to close within a certain time frame to get that price drop and unlock these incentives. But here is a primary. Is this a primary? Let me double check here. This is the primary. So this is the primary bedroom that's towards the back of the house. I always like floor plans that have the primary in the back. I've seen some floor plans that have it towards the front. That's just a personal preference of mine. I rather would have it in the back of the house. But here, it's not only in the back, but I feel like it's its own little section where you have like this nice little hallway that's for privacy. It just feels very grand to me. It just has 1 walk-in closet, but it's huge. And it's directly across from it from the bedroom is a washer and dryer. So convenience there for preference. And I just love the way it's laid out because you have some of the bedrooms on one side, and then in the middle you have the common areas like the living room, the foyer, the kitchen, kind of like in the middle that splits the other 2 bedrooms on the opposite side. So you really have that distance. So if you're really concerned about noise or people that snore, you're going to have that distance because this home I feel is perfect for if you work from home because it has that home office. If you plan on having your in-laws or future guests stay, they can be on the opposite end of the house. They can have the privacy. They can have, you can mitigate that noise level, and it's just a win-win. So here's one of the bedrooms on the same side as where the primary is, right? And we'll see here that there's 2 bedrooms, right? You have 2 bedrooms and it's shared with a bathroom. So this is their ensuite bathroom. Yes. And then we'll see as we go back to the dining where the study is, we'll see the home office and that additional bedroom that's towards the very front of the house that I think would be ideal for guests because it's on the opposite end and they'll have their privacy, and you have they have their own bathroom as well. So this is 4 bed, 3 bath. That's huge. Usually I see 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, which is a lot more common, but to have that additional bathroom, that's not only for the resale value, but just for the added convenience of having more than 1 bathroom potentially for guests. So in this house, you can have 2 bathrooms potentially for your guests if you're entertaining, which is huge. Usually you just get 1, but in this house you get 2. So that's huge. So let's talk a little bit about these incentives, right? So a lot of these incentives are tied with the builder getting pre-approved with their lender. So D.R. Horton does have their own in-house lender. It's not like a third party or an outside lender. That's why they're able to have the flexibility when it comes to the financing. So really quickly here's that bedroom that I think would be really great for guests because it's on the front of the house. It's on the opposite end of where the rest of the bedrooms are. So it has that kind of privacy effect, right? So here's the home office. It is carpeted and it is open. So you can install your own French doors if need be. Because I know people who want a home office love that kind of French door kind of aesthetic kind of look for it. And I do too. Most home offices I've seen built for builders have come with French doors, but this one does not. But that's something that you could add yourself, especially with this amazing deal, price point wise, and the incentives that you're going to be offered. With those savings, you could get the French doors and install them yourself. So these incentives, again, are tied for select move-in ready homes. They do have some incentives for their to-be builts, but they're usually a little bit different from the quick move-in ready homes. So all these builders offer it's a range. I've seen anywhere between $10,000 all the way up to $40,000 in this flex cash that you could use to help buy down that interest rate, which most people do, or help pay for closing costs, or maybe do a little bit of the two. It really just depends on what you really want at the end of the day. Like if you really just want to, if you're really sensitive to paying the least amount monthly, then typically that's why most buyers throw all that money to buy down that interest rate, and then they just pay for their closing costs, and then the 3.5% if it's FHA or 5%, what have you, for conventional. So, but the big point here is that with these builders, it's the only place that I can see so far for 2024, and I would even say 2025, where you're going to be able to get an interest rate that's a few points less than what the rest of the marketplace is giving to other buyers, right? So that's why new construction, if you're looking to score an amazing deal, if you're a first-time home buyer, it's going to be where it's at, especially because you get the home warranty, you get the peace of mind knowing that you're not going to have any major breakdowns, and you get to unlock these incentives. So here's a nice drone shot of the amenity pool. They actually do have a fishing pond here, and they have a dog park that we're going to see here in a second. So here's the pool. Not too shabby. Peep the kind of like the sunbathing deck. They do have some almost kind of resort style kind of not chairs, but what do you call those things that you can lay down on? Let me know in the comments what they're called. I'm blanking out. Here is the dog park. The picture quality almost does not look real. This almost looks AI created video, but it's not. This is my drone. This is the dog park. It's just because the grains are just really popping for me. And here's the fishing pond. I don't know. There are people here fishing, but there's no dock yet. There's no path taking you directly to the water. So you will have to go through some high grass to get there. But this is what your future fishing pond will look like, catch and release. And this is a good visualization of like the future home sites are going to look like, right? Because this is a fairly new community, and they have, again, multiple phases, and you're going to see multiple homes. That was a feature home sites for homes towards the back end here. Now, I will link in the description because I was able to tour this entire community and fly with my drone to check out some of the models and just check out some of the amenities and just get a nice general overview of like what the neighborhood looks like and what the future home sites look like. Because I know I like to see that. I know people like to see that, so you can get a good visual, a good feel for what this community is like. Okay, so what should your next step be? If you are a home buyer and you're looking to buy in the next 60 days or less, then you are in a great window because we can really unlock those incentives and find you a home within your price point. So let's schedule a time. I'll link my Carillon link in the description so we can do a face-to-face discovery call. Let's go over some of your criteria. Let's see where you're at in the process so I can see how I can be best service and best of value to you. Right. And maybe this community isn't a good fit. Maybe this floor plan isn't a good fit, but we'll find you something because Manor is very close to downtown Austin. I would say within 20-30 minutes. So you're going to have that very close proximity to a major city, and East Austin is probably going to be like your go-to spot. I know a lot of friends that live in Manor and Elgin. East Austin is their go-to spot because it's closer, and I think the vibes are there. For East Austin. There's four different builders here, so we'll find something that meets your needs, right? And all of them have different incentives, all of them have different but if your DR Horton is great because they don't do that much customizations, so they build very efficiently, and they kind of already they built the homes with the upgrades that people already want from what they're seeing, right? So if you really want a custom built home, DR Horton probably isn't your builder. It'll probably be one of the other builders, but you're going to pay more, right? If you really just want to get into a good home at a good price point and you don't really care too much about all the little customizations, then DR Horton is definitely your best bet, because out of all the builders here, I think DR Horton's probably the most cost efficient, for lack of a better word, because I think the price point is more affordable because they build inventory homes, they build spec homes, and they're not known for being a highly customizable builder. They just build homes, and great homes for buyers who are looking to get their first home. So again, my name is Omar Pineda, your Austin Realtor with eXp Realty. Thanks for watching. Please smash that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like all things new construction in the Austin area. I am touring all these new builds, all these master plan communities to keep a pulse on the market, because new construction in the Austin area is growing like crazy. And in my opinion, if you're a home buyer and you're looking to buy in 2024, in 2025, I would even go out on a limb to say 2026, new construction is probably where you're going to get the best deal, to get the best financial incentives, and get a brand new home to have that peace of mind with the warranty, and your home insurance will probably be a little bit cheaper. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.